Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Sunny Avi. Well, hey, what's up, my son babies? I gotta get in the habit of calling you all that. But by the title of the video, I am going to discuss part two to shadow work. If you haven't seen part one in regards to healing the self through shadow work, check that out. I may post the link to that video in the description bar below. But yeah, so this is part two to shadow work. Now, as I discussed before, when you start your shadow work process with yourself, you will peel back some layers that will connect you to your bloodline's trauma and issues with that. So, like I stated also in the first video, shadow work is very intense, and majority of the times it is not easy. Now, the thing with family trauma, we are not only going to have to be prepared to deal with our own demons and trauma, we're going to have to deal with a collective of other people's pains and trauma and trauma. So, just be prepared for that. I did write some notes for this as well. It is important for you to understand your family roots, get the names of your grandparents, your great grandparents, so on, so be it. In order for you to kind of have a connection, put a face to the name, whatever the case may be. Luckily for me, I do have pictures of my great grandparents on my mother's side. I'm just going to give a little background story on me. Years ago, I want to say maybe in 2011, 12, I took both of my grandparents' pictures, my great grandparents' pictures, and I looked at them and I told them, I'm so sorry for all that you've been through. I don't know why I did that, but for some reason I just wanted to tell them that. And I was actually in the process of healing my family's trauma without even know it, as I look back on it now. So with me, I started with my family. I did the shadow work on my family, and after I think about it, there was a lot of stuff that came out to like my family pain and trauma. So yeah, so once again, understanding your bloodline, understanding where your family came from, different cities, states, countries, whatever the case may be. You can also get an ancestry test done to see where your bloodline come from. So that's pretty cool. I haven't done that yet. But another big thing is to appreciate them. You can set altars up for them. You can tell them thank you. If you have their pictures, you can look at their pictures and do what I did. Tell them you're sorry for their pain, whatever the case may be. Do what is comfortable for you. But showing respect to them is very powerful, especially if they did not have respect in their lifetime. My great grandparents were slaves on my mom's side, and on my dad's side, I know that my granddad's family, majority of them were free, but on my dad's mom's side, I believe that they were slaves as well. So with me having that bit of background, I have an understanding on what I need to heal. Slavery, abuse, you're going to have to understand all of that as well, to not be in denial of your family background. And also, but in majority of the times, we can discover different races that are in our family. Because I was very shocked when I discovered majority of my family's background. But like I said, it is recommended to respect their feelings, and once again appreciate them, and just acknowledge what they've been through. Also, another good way to connect with them is to see if there's any relatives that know anything about your grandparents, your great grandparents, whatever the case may be, to just get a feel of the type of person they were, and just to see how their life was going. That's always a good treat to have. But the most significant thing about family ties, when it goes to the shadow work side of it, heal their energy. If you think about it, I live in America. We all know how this land was brought up. We know that. And with me being black, my family went through that. And there was this time recently, like a couple of days ago, I was actually meditating, and I had a vision of 3 black men in front of me, and they had bags on their heads, and they were all chained up. And the image kind of shocked me, and I was just like, what in the world is this? But something took over me, and I said, take those bags off your heads. You're free now. It's okay. You're free now. And they took their bags off their head, and they smiled at me, and they went away. So if you want to, you can call upon your ancestors to come to you. You can talk to them. If they come to you vision wise, that's even better. Hopefully the experience was rewarding as mine was, to be honest. Like when it just comes to this side of the realm, it can be very tricky. And once again, you are going to have to be very strong to deal with some of these things, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. It's with healing this side of the shadow work, with the family ties. You are going to have to build a relationship with your family as well, whether living or dead. You're just going to have to be okay with it, with acknowledging them. But hopefully this made sense, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this reading or video. Lord have mercy. And I will see you guys next video. Take care. Bye.